How's it hanging? I haven't done a vlog in a while, so I thought, why not? Might as well do one for no one to watch. The frogs and Sallies are still doing pretty good. Unfortunately, about a week ago, one of the salamanders vanished, and I can only figure he somehow figured out a way to get into the filter and disappeared, which really sucks because, you know, I raised him from a little tiny tadpole, and yeah. But the other ones are doing pretty well. There's the frogs right there, and then salamander's probably in there. It's annoying feeding them because the salamanders are prima donnas. Oh, and there's a little fishy. Funny story about the fishy. Anyway, the salamanders are little prima donnas, and I have to cut up worm and dangle it in front of them to get them to eat, and like they'll miss it, and the worm will drop, and I have to pick it up, rinse off the dirt, do it again, blah blah blah. I tried taking the salamanders out and putting them in a separate container to feed them, and it just like freaks them out, so they don't want to eat. So I have to do it that way. And I was feeding them white worms. I started a couple cultures, and it was doing really well. And then we had this heat wave, the 117-degree heat wave in June, and it killed all my white worms because it was insanely hot. And so I've been buying red wigglers from the pet store and just like cutting them into pieces, which is really annoying and gross. And it's hard to get them to stay on the the tweezers without them falling into the dirt. But, doing the best I can. The frogs are easy. They eat the fruit flies, but yeah, super fun. And I have springtails and stuff in there too, but the springtails are really small, and they stay in the dirt mostly, and the isopods also stay in the dirt, so the salamanders don't really eat them. Anyway, they haven't really gotten any bigger, which is funny. I mean, I guess compared to when they were tiny, they are, but when I caught the salamander and tadpole, or frog tadpoles, I saw some full-size salamanders that were like, even bigger than that. Tip to tail or whatever. So I know they get bigger. It's just takes a long time, but so lots to share. Again, I don't really expect anyone to watch this. We canceled the October trip a couple weeks ago. VidCon got canceled pretty early on, and I still wanted to go because we already had the train ticket and everything, and I wanted to visit family. But then, infection rates exploding, with my kids still totally unprotected. I just decided, it wasn't worth the risk. And I'm trying not to go into too much detail because, of course, just a couple weeks ago, I had a video begging people to dance with Maxine, and thanks to my dedicated cabal of haters troll army that just reports on my content, it got banned as medical disinformation for directly quoting like New York Times, and of course my appeal was immediately rejected, because that's how it happens. That's how it always happens. It doesn't matter what I fucking put. Speaking of bullshit bans, same old. Anyone who's followed me has already heard me say this, and trust me, the frustration you feel at hearing me say the same shit over and over is nothing compared to the frustration I feel that I still have to deal with this. There is a channel on YouTube called Normalizing Nudity that posts fully naked, uncensored videos of people, mostly women, talking about nudism and normalizing nudity and stuff like that. I don't know why the dog's always itching. We pay $150 every other month for an allergy shot, and it used to work, and now it doesn't seem like it works anymore. Anyway, so he posts these fully naked, uncensored videos, and they're not sexual. I mean, they're naked, and most of them are attractive women because that's the kind of photography he was doing. And those are, as I've said before, it makes sense that sex workers are going to be the only ones okay with being naked online because they're already used to getting all sorts of gross messages and having their otherwise careers, like they could never hold public office or something like that because people are like, oh my god, there's a naked picture of you online. Anyway, and I did a video for his channel, and then he did an interview for my channel, and my video is up on his channel. I'm sure it's been rejected and he had to appeal it, but like I just checked it today, it's still up there. It has over 1 million views. Of course, almost all the comments are just gross garbage, whatever. But at the time that he posted it up on his channel, I took a couple of highlight clips from this video, which I always do, where it's just like a funny or interesting thing. I'll put it into like a couple minute clip, and I censored mine I put a mosaic effect from the chin down across the whole thing so that all you see are blocks. You don't see it's even a body. And I put that on my channel. Got banned. Appeal immediately rejected. So, to reiterate, he has the entire video entirely naked, entirely uncensored on his channel. I take a couple of clips, and it's me, it's my body on his channel. I take a couple of clips of that exact same video. I censor it, I put it on my channel, and my copies get banned. I have been at this for 10 years. I am fucking insane for not giving up. It just gets worse and worse every year. And, you know, I've got a small group of people that really get it, and I love interacting with them on Twitter and in our Discord chat room and everything like that. And, but then I have like I said, I look it up and I see the video up there on YouTube just gathering views like crazy, and I can't even post a censored clip of it to my own channel, and it's just, it makes me want to set things on fire. And I just, it doesn't matter what's in the video. All it takes is my dedicated troll army to mass report the video. This very video you're watching right now probably will get banned because, again, it doesn't matter what's in the video. All they have to do is report it. A while ago, I made a whole channel that was going to be just, you know, like fresh uploads or whatever, without all the past bans, to make the algorithms that much more likely to automatically ban my stuff. And a couple of months in, there were 0 strikes. There weren't even any copyright warnings or anything like that on this channel. The entire thing got banned. And there wasn't even an appeal option. Just violated terms of service, delete. Dailymotion. I tried making an account on Dailymotion about a month ago, and Dailymotion has fucking child porn on it. Dailymotion is a mess, but you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. So I made an account on Dailymotion. I checked, you know, their terms of service and made sure, like, oh, am I going to be allowed to put it up? You know, it's not sexual female nipples, which somehow get counted as nudity, even though male nipples don't. And, I uploaded one video, my Fallacy of Good Men video, which I still think is one of my better ones, that, well, I'd love to show it to you, but can't, because it got banned. The Dailymotion account, the entire account on a website that has child porn, got obliterated less than 24 hours after I made it. Because, again, dedicated cabal of haters just mass reported it, and down it goes. Why? What is broken in my brain that makes me keep trying to expose the bullshit that female nipples are banned as nudity, as sexualized nudity, but male nipples aren't? What is fucking wrong with me that I can't just give the fuck up? I am sick. I am psychologically damaged that I can't just take the L. Go, you win, dedicated cabal of haters. You know, if this is really that much fun to you to just get me banned, I don't know. I have this broken part of me. And, you know, lately I have been trying to focus more on my old gaming channel and the channel I made for my son, and, you know, very, very work for safe stuff. Because, you know, people getting ripped apart in video games is fine, but female nipples, oh no. But I find myself still wanting to talk about fucking topless equality, inequality, and, you know, racial justice and all these other stuff that wouldn't fit on my gaming channel. And so plus I still have hundreds of old Topless Songs videos that I feel like are worth re-uploading. But what's the point? Because every time I re-upload them, that platform just bans me or goes out of existence. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is I made this secret Vimeo account that, and by secret I mean it's like you will never find it searching for it. It's just gibberish. And then I upload the videos straight into Patreon, so only Patreon donors can see it. Yes, I could have trolls become a Patreon donor just to find the link and share it. I'm waiting for that to happen. I know it's going to happen. But that's what I'm doing right now. And I refuse to go beyond the basic account, which is it's like $9 a month. I paid annually, but $9 a month, and you can only do 5 gigabytes a week of uploads. So that's like a video and a half. I refuse to do more than that because I was a premium user for years and years and years, paying them over $1,000 a month, or not month, $1,000 every year, just to post my stuff, and I was only using 300 gigabytes of the 7 terabytes of space that I'm supposed to be given for that account. But, sorry for those of you who have already heard me say this, but to recap, YouTube rewards you for getting views. Vimeo punishes you. They have a bandwidth limit that they claim 99% of users will never run into. But for me, they claimed that I was using up too much bandwidth, and they wanted to charge me like $15,000 a month for the highest executive level. And I said, fuck that. And so I told them to just, okay, get rid of my channel. So they banned my channel. So I refused to upgrade that. And then YouTube, of course, to reiterate, doesn't matter what the fuck is actually in the video. All it takes is my haters to report it, and down it goes. Meanwhile, other YouTube channels have my entire uncensored naked body on them and get millions of views. Don't get taken down. YouTube is extremely fucking broken. Facebook is broken. All these, mainstream media websites are fucking broken because all you need is even just a handful of people that hate you so much that they're going to mass report your stuff. And it seems like being a female of the Homo sapiens species that isn't using my body for sex, isn't being like, oh, hey boys, pay me for videos, just actually trying to demonstrate what a non-sexual topless woman looks like, so that people's exposure to female nipples isn't only in actual physical sexual acts, because that's the only way we can ever break this disassociation and maybe someday get the impossible dream of giving people the same rights regardless of what gender they look like. That's never happening. So anyway, so what I'm currently doing, and I'm getting a scam phone call, cool, hang up. What I'm doing is I'm uploading to this secret Vimeo, and I'm like scared to even say this because I'm scared that it's gonna bring my dedicated cabal of haters into play to try to get it shut down. But there is a PeerTube instance called Trom, and it was introduced to me by one of my longtime followers who has his finger on the tech pulse, if you want to say, and knows a lot about NFTs and hacker stuff, whatever, tech stuff. Anyway, and the guy who founded Trom is from Spain, and he thinks the American obsession with all nudity is the worst sexual shit ever, but violence and guns and everything is fine. He's from Spain, and thinks it's bullshit that nudity is banned or whatever. So I've talked to him a lot because he has this matrix.org chat room just for talking about Tron, which is an even more techie thing than Mastodon, which is fucking having to use these very awkward, confusing, basically empty websites because I banned everywhere else. Anyway, he has said that he will never ban any of my videos just for having female nipples in them, even full nudity, as long as I'm not doing anything actually sexual, like sticking a penis in my vagina, then he is not going to take it down. He does say he doesn't want politics on the website, but he has, said that it's not really a hard and fast rule, like I can't, mention Biden or something. It's his way of trying to cut down on like QAnon and conspiracy theorists and Ben Shapiro types who, I don't even know why they'd go to Trump because they're welcomed with open arms on YouTube and Facebook. But so it's not even really a rule, it's a guideline, and it's up to his discretion to take it down or not, which a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's fascism. Have you been to YouTube and Facebook? It's a lot worse. I'd much rather have one person that owns it who isn't a fucking robot with puritanical roots deciding what to delete or not. Anyway, so I'm uploading there. Problem is that for some reason, when I upload to Trom, it takes a really, really, really long time to upload. Like a 300 megabyte video will take 7 hours to upload to Trom. So it's really slow. And also I'm having to come up with the title and the description and all that over and over, make the social media posts about it, blah, blah, blah. And people who don't do content creation, who have their own team to do all that stuff for them, really can't conceive of just how long and how tedious all that is, having to do all that back end stuff. So today I had the idea of at least seeing if there's a remote possibility of maybe it's time to try to find some kind of social media manager where I can just post a link to a video after I upload it and then have them make the Twitter post and blah, blah, blah. I've never hired anybody ever for any kind of, gig like that. And I briefly Googled it and it was like starting wages is usually $4,000, but that I think is for actual major, like Doritos or something like that. I don't know what it is for just a regular content creator, but probably can't afford it. But you know what? Maybe I can use some of the life insurance from my dead mom to pay for it, because I can't monetize my videos. I can't even get my videos up on the free websites without them getting banned. So I can't make any money that way. And brands, of course, won't touch me with a 10-foot pole because they just see my content as porn, and I don't actually want to advertise actual porn, so I can't do, I'm not going to do actual porn sponsors. So yeah, how the fuck am I supposed to come up with money? I'm not going to make porn myself either. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, canceled October. I would like to try to visit San Diego in April or so instead, assuming that the kids finally get vaccinated and rates are down. I'm not holding my breath. Everything is terrible and getting worse. The government's about to run out of money because Republicans are refusing to raise the debt ceiling because it works great for them to convince their dumb fucking idiot voters that, oh, all bad things are Dems' fault. We're trying to do the best for you, trying to keep them illegal immigrants from bringing in disease and taking your jobs. So that's pretty bad. But yeah, I'm trying to, previous point. I'm trying to get myself to spend less time on topics and more on like my gaming channel and stuff. But one, like I said, I find myself wanting to talk about stuff that isn't related to games. And two, it feels very nervous even trying to use YouTube or whatever, because very easily my hater army could just turn their attentions to my gaming channel. And again, it doesn't matter what's in the fucking video. All they have to do is mass report it and down it goes. So why put all this effort into something that, can and probably will disappear in the blink of an eye? What's the point? So I'm trying these alternate platforms like Trom and stuff, but nobody's actually on the platforms, and making all the social media posts is a pain in the ass, and even when the posts don't get deleted, they get shadow banned. So I'm dependent on you guys retweeting it and sharing it with your friends, and it's just, I have a really hard time incentivizing people to do that. Basically no point in this video, just wanted to complain some more like always. If anyone's watching this and you actually do support what I do, you don't have to become a Patreon donor. It's fine. I don't have the ability to come up with perks to reward people for donating. So, only go there if you just really like what I'm trying to do and, want to put some money towards like paying for a Vimeo account and stuff like that. Or my someday maybe goal of self-hosting my video, though I still don't know how much would go into that cost-wise and effort of setting up wise and everything. But again, money for like hiring a web developer and stuff. Anyway, but I say far more helpful than financially donating $2 a month on Patreon is if you actively take on the risk of having people know that you support topless equality by making posts on your own social media and telling your family and friends about my content, either by sharing posts that I already made you know, like when I make a tweet that has a link to my video or whatever, you know, retweeting that, or better, making an original post, as in you have the link to the video, but you know, you click new post, blah, 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 here's a video by blah, blah, and then you share that link. And the reason that I emphasize that is because, as mentioned, my content, when it's not outright banned, is shadow banned. So if I post a link to my video and you retweet it, one, it's not going to show up in anyone's timeline, even though you're retweeting it. It's not going to help it show up in anyone's timeline because it's shadow banned. Two, if that post gets banned, then it's gone completely from your timeline and everything else. So if you make an original post, then it's not dependent on, you know, getting deleted when mine does. I don't have anything to offer you. I'm not going to do porn. I don't have time or resources to make things. Literally, it's just because you support what I'm trying to do. If you want to find out more about that, I have more instructions at toplesstopics.org/promo squad, PROMOSQUAD. I are smart. But yeah, and I'm still doing my Saturday live streams. Plexstorm went out of business. Speaking of websites that I can post my heinous female nipples, either banning me or going out of business, yeah, Plexstorm went out of business. And I mean, it wasn't an ideal situation anyway, because it was a pro-sex worker website. So, you know, caught in the rock and a hard place of can't post my heinous female nipples anywhere that's not a porn site. But it was my only option for doing topless live streaming. But they financially outspent themselves or something. I don't know. It's very secretive. But point being that it went out of business. So, yeah, the long and short of it is I'm fucking insane. I am a stupid fucking idiot for not giving up. And clearly there's something wrong with me that I just keep trying. I just keep trying, just keep swimming, even though everything is terrible and getting worse. I know that my dedicated cabal of haters just sits in their you know, quintessential basement, laughing their heads off that all it takes is a click of a button a couple of times per video to get my stuff banned, and what a hilarious fun time for them. If they weren't attacking me, they'd find somebody else to attack. So, you know, I can't deprive them of the joy of destroying people's lives. Blah, 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 blah. It's because their own lives are worthless, so they feel like they have to tear others down to make themselves feel better, yada, yada, yada. Conversations I'm currently having with my 5-year-old to try to prepare him for dealing with bullies whenever that happens. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it will soon. Yeah. So my live streams are on Twitch, and they're just gaming live streams right now. Sometimes drawing. I was drawing a character for a D&D campaign that I just got invited to. It's online only, which is an adjustment, but I'll take what I can get. And yeah, join the promo squad or donate on Patreon, and you can have the links to my uploads, my re-uploads as I do them. As for brand new videos, topless videos, I go through stages. Like half an hour ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna set up some more interviews with, you know, sex workers and longtime followers to ask them their differences, you know, their opinions of nudity versus sex and blah blah blah. But then, you know, I go to the Normalizing Nudity channel and see my uncensored full naked body video there, over 1 million views, and I can't post a censored version of my own video without it getting banned. And all right, I'm gonna go put a bullet in my head. So I'm not really. Yeah, I'm thinking we have a gun somewhere, but I don't know where it is. That was a joke. Calm down, YouTube. I'm gonna go scream into a pillow, and then get back up on the horse called insanity. You fucking idiot bitch! Why don't you give up? You stupid fucking yeah. Bye.